Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Seattle Seahawks. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
On to the next, man. Who's next? Who's next to come to Tampa?
This defense for the Patriots much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the wins, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Carr. He finds his man, complete. That's Harrington. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. A big play there.
Fuck you, Steve Davis.
His first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
Yeah, normally when you
oh my God, we gotta some money this all season.
Fuck you too, Chris. Pussy ass bitch.
Oh, yeah, look at that one, man.
Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one way to pay dirt.
And the next gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Oh, and
what up, y'all?
What's up, bro?
That's it. About to play Very.
What's the stream?
First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made there by Matt Milano. Well done to sniff that out defensively.
Hey, Owen, T.J. say you a bum.
I love that description because
hey, Owen.
just perfect on that one. Read his keys.
Hey, look. Play very, very, very slow. Slower than you even comfortable with playing. Because I'm going to tell you something. Gary ain't played in week 1 or week 2. So he's trying to get passing yards on your ass.
I figured I'm staying out of zone, going to play straight man, match speed with speed, and fucking have 2 over.
Come on, get the fuck out the way, bruh.
Go get his ass.
Call it no gain there.
I'm going to send the corner in at the same time. User one side, but computer handle the other.
Patriots send out their punter as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon.
I seen that picture you sent me. It's fucking face and cheeks.
God damn,
that shit's funny. Hey, Gio.
Yo.
No, Dave, he's a bum.
You can hear you.
He can hear me?
Yeah, I have my screen set up like that.
Well, where's your bum ass?
Got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
For them boys to come on.
Time. Guess what I said? At the
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Coming over here.
On play action. Now Carr sliding out of the pocket. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's swinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week.
You take it for Bryce Young, Gio?
Coaches, they felt good about his performance.
I might.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that.
Because Matt Jones is in his contract this year.
When they went through all the different situations, ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs.
Go ahead and send me a deal for him.
Do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
He doesn't matter what happens in practice
Nice,
this
yeah.
week, he's smiling. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago.
I was trying to tell you all.
For 6 points.
Yeah, absolutely.
I thought the Eagles would at least cover.
Priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game. Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. It's complete to Diggs. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Yeah, TV loud as
It's a
fuck.
game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you're going to hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough. With a lot of polish, nice little buffing. This guy could be one of the top backs.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there to bring up a 2nd and 9. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter play. He'll buy some time.
All right, y'all, boy. I'll be back on later.
That's Harrington. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
It was not cool about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we got to take him out of the passing game, limited to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by 4-2. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
$4 million for next year.
Well, this winds up an empty possession.
Oh, yeah, he
Everything
did.
looked okay.
He
He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt, they're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. From the gun, he'll hand this off, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
I played Chris at 7 on Snipes in the E-League.
Throwing Jones.
Well, I think I seen you say that.
Broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you,
I got 3 picks with that Ricky corner.
That play because of the angles of approach.
Yeah.
When you're going to get it, sometimes you
come on, man.
Yeah, he moving better now because he got one upgrade. So you know, the better you upgrade, the better they move.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
I'd have made that shit too, bro. I fucking hate this shit.
Don't say hate, son.
Coming to the line here to begin their next
Nah, that shit didn't even fucking do a whole power.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
That was fresh.
Now Carr. Looking left side.
That's a pig. Come on.
And he gets this early to the 41. Not near enough for the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost. So
it does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball.
Oh my God!
Because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to stretch?
Wow, this game is so fucking weak, bro. I was not even in the end zone.
Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did.
Man,
because those guys,
fuck this game,
they
bro.
won us a whole lot of games.
Yeah, you got time.
Play action. Now it's Carr. He's got the hook on Diggs. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Stephon Diggs. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point put through by Boswell. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
Get ready.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far. As they try again with a first down now. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Oh, yeah, good one, Drew.
There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach, and let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're going louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on it. You hear about pressure creating diamonds? In this case, it's bursting the pipes of the coach.
Hands it off out of the gun. Shifts by him. And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck in this
not ready.
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
There's Henry. Touchdown, Patriots. Hunter Henry there to make the grab. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review. And now the pressure gets
He's wide
there,
open. Come on.
Down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. A pass underneath for Carson. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On play action, it's Carr. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Carr. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Carr. And it's caught. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Touchdown. That's caught. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Fields this way up at the 17.
At their own 25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they'll have time for 1 play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. Rolling to his right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the 3rd quarter is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive, because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Here Jones gets it out quickly, complete.
I like watching the wide receiver screen, because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Escaping the pressure right. Open man, the tight end Henry. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Jones. Now they go screen. It's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you, that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing, but he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game.
Come on, that's pass interference, bro.
It's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
That's some pass. I fucking hate this game, bro.
This one home. It's a touchdown. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit.
I fucking hate
Instead,
this
now
game.
the
Oh my
deficit
fucking
is even
God.
larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is up.
That's pass interference, you fucking know it. Fuck out of here.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to be
He's lucky I got hit.
Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Off the play fake. Jones. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And it's intercepted.
Jump.
Picked off near the 34. And they are going to set up shop at the 32.
Why didn't jump for the ball?
So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. From the 35 on second down, Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Harrington. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now a handoff looking right. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. They run it with Carson. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. extra point put through by Boswell. And they open the lead up now to 25. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now a dump off here complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Back now in Foxborough. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Off play action. Jones. And he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
They'll let it go deep for Beckham. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. And his throw here's incomplete. You know, following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And the Seahawks are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
They run the counter now on 1st down. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
Fuck, hit his bitch ass.
Inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 times. On the ground. And they're on that last run. He's now hit the
and moves him squarely into the top 100. Rush for over 1,000 yards more. Hall of Famer in a short career.
All runs on the. Now they'll throw with Carr. And this is going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now they try the right side here. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back can get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. CD, this defense,
and then I go review it. He's out of bounds. That's fucking
right
stupid,
and
bro.
Normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to.
You're fucking amazing, Madden. You're a fucking best game ever. Motherfucker out of bounds, you still get an interception. Copy.
Their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Carr going to throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And now the rookie's free. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game. And now this time an interception return for another score. They'll look to throw. And he will get in for the 2 points to get this back to a 3-score game. And they turn the pick-6 into a pick-8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalize a little bit on top.
And the Seahawks looks like they
I didn't touch the ball.
So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr, he lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whenever you